doing the plowing of the
All right.
parking lot.
All
We
right.
decided. Hello.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am so excited to share this wonderful lady and her wonderful mission with everybody this afternoon. This is a very special episode of Morning Perspective. I think we might have made it by like 30 seconds of it still being morning. So thank you to everyone who is tuning in today. This is a very special friend of mine, Lisa.
Thank you.
Lisa and her husband, Glenn, own the restaurants that you guys see on the top of the page here. Anybody in Pittsburgh knows the names of these restaurants: Off the Hook and Napa Prime Chophouse. So welcome, Lisa, and thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you for having me. This is like out of my wheelhouse, but I so appreciate this.
Yeah. So the reason that I wanted to have Lisa on today was they do something very special for children every single year at the holidays through their restaurants. And they have a program that you see the name of it at the bottom called A Truffle to Share, A Reason to Care. And through everything that has happened in 2020 here, they have had some challenges with obviously having less foot traffic with their indoor dining being shut down. And so we were talking about this the other day. And everybody that knows me knows that I'm big on paying it forward and helping in any way that we can be able to support things like this. And so I wanted to be able to get the word out to everyone of how they could help support this important mission. So we're going to tell you a little bit about the background of this, where it came from, the success of their mission over the last, how long has it been? 7 years?
Well, we've been doing this since 2008.
So 12 years, right?
Yeah,
so
12 years total. But these two locations since 2013 at Off the Hook.
Awesome. So, well, why don't you tell everybody kind of where this idea came from in the first place? The story behind the mission is important.
I will, very briefly. My son, who's now 20, he was a little toddler, and he had, I thought, a ingrown toenail. So, of course, crazy me took him to the doctors, and the doctor said to me, yes, no, he had a little grown toenail. Took care of it, took him home, and I would, when we went home, I was watching TV, and I just was going through the channels, and all of a sudden I saw these children on top of garbage dumps, and with their bare feet, and they were wrapped in rags. And then there was this lovely man sitting down, holding a child on his lap, unwrapping this rag from this child's foot, and it was sticking. And because it was the blood was dry on his little feet. So I said to my husband, we need to do something. And he's like, what do you want to do, Lisa? And I said, I don't know. And then we created this idea, because we're being in the restaurant business, we'd make truffles. And they started that you were only able to purchase them inside the restaurant after your meal. And it was dessert to share, reason to care was the first concept. And then it grew to this thing that now we package them, we box them, and now we sell them by the thousands. We only use the best Belgian chocolate, and they are literally handmade inside my restaurants by my staff, my family, myself. I was boxing 400 of them yesterday myself. So that's how it kind of came about.
So it's so amazing. And so this mission that they're on, and she was telling me just how many pairs of shoes that they've been able to buy before we got live here on the air. And she said that they were able to purchase 44,000 pairs of shoes for children.
Can you believe that?
Over the years. And it is such a blessing, right? It's such an amazing thing.
And Brian, here's what I wanted everyone to know. When God puts something on your heart to do something, just do it. Don't wait for the idea. It didn't start out like this. They started out on a plate. That's what we served them like. And God, then it evolves. So, and there's never a perfect time to do something. Just do it.
You just have to take action and let God lead the way to where it's supposed to go. And that is, I wanted to get this message out to people. I did drop the link in the comments for everybody that is watching live. So we were thinking about this, and I was like, well, Lisa, it's very challenging because we have this market in Pittsburgh where people can come into the restaurant, and we certainly have the ability to send people in. Lisa was telling me before we went live here that anybody that's local here in Pittsburgh that wants to come pick them up, You can just call the restaurant, call off the
Absolutely.
hook, and you can come pick them up. But I have so many friends across the country, and I'm sure you do too, and they all want the ability to be able to support, even though they may not be able to come and pick up the truffles. So I said to Lisa, I'm like, well, what if we sell virtual truffles and we are able to donate those truffles to a place that could use them, to somewhere local here? And so let everybody know what you chose as the place that will receive these truffles.
There's a place called Mars Youth Home, and it's these children that have done nothing wrong in their life, but their parents have just got sideways a little bit. So these children go into this home, and they're stuck there now because of COVID. They can't go to school. They don't have money. Family can't come and visit them, the ones that are allowed to. So I called them and I said, could we use you? The woman was almost in tears on the phone today. And because she knows of the truffles, she knows how good they are. And she's so excited that they're going to get them packaged like this, delivered to these children. So it's an amazing thing. And this is what the little shoes look like. They look like little Crocs. So
cool. And so we wanted to put this mission out there. I have the ability to process these payments through Top Contractor School. So I set up a page. I put it in the link. We've already had 20 boxes of truffles ordered this morning.
That's amazing.
So I am encouraging everyone out there to do this. And I am personally going to match as many orders as we get, up to $500 that we get today. So everybody go and order. The link is in the comments here, and let's sell
briefly,
truffles.
100% of the proceeds goes to these truffles. My husband and I donate the chocolate, the boxes, the ribbon, everything. We don't take a dime. That's our part. Your part is to please just buy them. Because of this being shut down again, my fundraiser is just completely fizzled out. But God brought Brian into my life, and here we are today. So when you call the restaurant, and Brian will put the link up for the phone number, you can call, just give us your credit card number. We'll have them bagged, pull up to the front of the restaurant, and we'll deliver them for you. We're going to do that from tonight, Wednesday through Saturday, from noon till 7 o'clock at night. So
I told Lisa the buzzword of 2020: no contact delivery. Right?
So we are absolutely. We'll have them all ready for your friends.
So I want to talk about the kids a little bit, right? So I know you've been doing this for a long time. You guys have been involved in this, and obviously you told the story as to how you kind of got involved in buying shoes. But what does it mean to you guys as you've done this over the years? To be able to contribute. I'm sure you've heard back from the organization that you do this through, kind of the impact that it's making. So can we talk about that for a minute?
It is an unbelievably privilege to be able to get these children shoes. It's life altering. These children die from not having shoes because the diseases go through their feet. I could tell you story after story. There was a gentleman that we have a care house on the parking lot here. And he actually was in the killing fields, and he knows what it was like to run in the fields with no shoes. And he said these shoes would have saved his life. So the amazing thing is, and I tell my guests that when you die and you go to heaven, a little kid's going to tug you and go, hey, thanks for those shoes. Because this is a way we show God's love. And that's what it means to us, to be able to show God's love and to be able to let people be a part of that.
Yeah, it's amazing. And I want to share a little bit of my personal journey of faith here because, Lisa, I ran into Lisa randomly, right? Eating at Napa Prime restaurant. I see this lady walking in her hot pink jacket, and I was like, oh man, who's that? Everything in the restaurant just got kind of really cool when you walked in. And so I was like interested in who is this person. I actually said to Lori, I'm like, I wonder who that is. I bet that's somebody important here. And not more than 5 minutes later, I had gone out to the restroom and I come back and there's Lisa talking to my wife, who was very pregnant at the time.
I remember that.
And so we got to talking, and Lisa started to share some of her story about the restaurants. And if you can I share what's under the floors?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, one of the things that really touched me, it changed me in a lot of ways, was hearing that they had written scripture all over the floors of the restaurant before the floors were put down. And it's very interesting because I take a lot of people to that restaurant when they come in from out of town. And I'd taken one of my mentors there the last time he was in town, and we were sitting at the table, and he says, "Man, there's something really interesting about the energy in this restaurant. You know, there's something that I just feel something really unique about sitting here." And I told him that story, and instantly he had shared his walk of faith that had recently happened. And I just think it's so powerful, and I'm just so grateful that I met you. And it turns out that we pretty much sit almost in the same location in church.
Every Sunday. Isn't that crazy?
Every single Sunday, we sit almost in the same row, if not in the same row.
That's it.
And it's just been a blessing getting to know you. And I just believe so much in what you guys do and in this mission. And I know that there's a ton of people out there that are going to watch this and have that tug on their heart to help. And as Lisa said, when you feel that tug to do something, man,
one foot in front of the other. Just
go do it. I was sharing with her this morning how many people, you know, ask, like, you know, how did you end up where you're at in your faith? And I said, man, I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew I needed to start walking. And you know, it's the same thing with this. It's the same thing with this mission, with buying shoes. You know, one day there was an idea, and how many years later, there's 44,000 pairs of shoes and over $221,000 raised from those magical little boxes. Right?
Just put one foot in front of the other. Don't wait for everything to be perfect, because it'll never be perfect.
Yeah. And so I encourage you guys. Number one, if you guys, I know I saw Jeff Johnson on here who lives right in the North Hills. Ooh. And so Jeff, go buy your truffles, call in, make an order. You guys all have the link to go to topcontractorschool.com and buy virtual truffles, which we will get all that money over to Lisa. Those truffles will go to the kids at the Mars Home for Youth. And you're going to touch a lot of lives by making these.
And you're going to eat some great chocolate. People that live in the area, please come by and get them. There's nowhere in the city you're going to get this quality truffle for $5.
Yeah,
nowhere.
That is the case for everything that you will taste inside of Off the Hook or Napa Prime. For the record, my two favorite.
I wish you were here so you could take a bite. I mean, I cut them in half because I like them to last longer.
I can be there in like 5 minutes.
Now, if you buy them, they can stay in the refrigerator for weeks. But I recommend when you're going to go eat them, make sure you take them out and let them get to room temperature.
Awesome. So anything else to share with everyone?
My friend, just trust God. I mean, sometimes I always tell people that the Red Sea was muddy, but just put one foot in front of the other and you'll get to the other side. And just trust God, because He is amazing. And I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Enjoy your family. And Brian, you are a gift to me. Thank you so much. I appreciate your help.
And the feeling is mutual. You are an inspiration to me, and I am happy to do anything that I can to help. And I just appreciate what you do and your heart and your mission, and the fact that no matter whatever happens, you are always just as pleasant and just as inspirational. And that is why I'm so passionate about supporting this mission and getting this out to as many people as we possibly can. So please, for everyone watching, share this out to your page.
Get your truffles.
More people can see, and go online, go to the restaurant, call the restaurant, get your truffles, and let's make an impact on some kids.
We'll make it so easy for them. All those little gifts that you don't know what to get somebody, or a neighbor that's you can't, an older neighbor, just go put one in their mailbox. It's just a simple 100%. Way to show you care.
Agreed.
Thank you, my
Lisa,
friends.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate you taking the time to do this.
I appreciate you.
And by the way, you're a natural. This is not outside your comfort zone. I'm not accepting that anymore from you.
Wait until the new year. You're going to teach me.
I'm going to teach you.
You are, my friend.
I promise. This will not be the last time that you guys see Lisa. I've been telling everybody about you for a couple of days, so I'm happy to be able to introduce you to so many of my friends, and look forward to seeing how many people go online and support us here. So
thank you again, Brian, and I wish you and your family a Merry Christmas.
Go
enjoy the snow.
I will. It's coming down pretty good now out here.
It is. I kind of like it.
The storm has arrived. So thank you, Lisa. And thank you to everybody that tuned in. Thank you to everybody that shared this. And again, I'll say it again. Go online, support, call the restaurant, order. Let's change some lives and make an impact. Love you guys. Thank you for joining.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye, Brian.
Bye-bye.